Hey friends, welcome to this brand new video dedicated to Garten of Banban 9, the next chapter of the saga we've all been waiting for. And finally, on Thursday, the developers officially confirmed the arrival of Chapter 9, also showing us the first exclusive previews that have already driven the entire community crazy. But today, we won't just talk about the new features. Unfortunately, there's sad news regarding one of the main characters of the series. From what we've seen in the official teasers, it seems that one of the most beloved characters has disappeared. Who could it be? Why would the developers make such a shocking decision? We'll find out together in this video by analyzing all the clues and the most incredible theories circulating online. But before we start, guys, please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any updates about Garten of Banban 9. And don't forget to leave a big like on this video, because in the next few days I'll be posting more exclusive content, new theories, and possible hidden connections between Chapter 8 and Chapter 9. Stay with me until the end, because I promise what I've discovered will leave you speechless. Let's get started. Now we are getting into the heart of the matter. The character is Kittysaurus. Yes, it's her, the mysterious mascot that's half dinosaur and half feline that we met in the previous chapters and who quickly won over the fans thanks to her unique design and unpredictable personality. But things are getting really interesting here. Before we understand why people think that Kittysaurus might be dead or missing, we need to make a very important premise. In Chapter 8, there's a key scene that seems to contain a crucial clue, the famous Reclamation Team screen from Syringion. For those who don't remember, the Reclamation Team is a squad of 6 mysterious characters that Syringion sent after us with only one goal: to find us and capture us. In the screen dedicated to the team, we can see the silhouettes of the 6 members, and this is where the mystery begins. Many fans immediately noticed that the bottom left silhouette looks very similar to Kittysaurus's head. And at first glance, yes, it really does look similar. Both have their tongues sticking out, and this detail made a lot of people believe that the silhouette was actually her. But if we take a closer look and carefully compare the details, things are completely different. Let's analyze this together. First of all, Kittysaurus has a much more protruding snout, while in the silhouette of the Reclamation Team character, the snout looks much flatter. Kittysaurus's ears are positioned further back on her head, while what seems to be an ear on the silhouette appears much more forward. Another important detail is the position of the neck. Kittysaurus usually has her head slightly raised, with her neck pointing upwards. Instead, in the mysterious silhouette, the neck seems to be more horizontal, as if the creature walks with its head lowered. In short, just by comparing the two images, it becomes quite clear that this is most likely not Kittysaurus. The design is too different, and these small details make a huge difference. But this leads us to a much more disturbing question. If that's not Kittysaurus, then where is she? Has she disappeared? Was she captured? Or even worse, is she dead? Now let's continue and let's go to the prison. We're now in Syringion prison. All of Sir Dadadu's notified members have been locked up, but Kittysaurus is missing. I'll show you all the characters, and I'll even go into the inaccessible buildings to show you that Kittysaurus is nowhere to be found. Now let's explore inside the inaccessible building with the mod. Now we're getting into an even more disturbing part of the story. I've carefully analyzed all the previews and also the different environments we've seen so far, and there's one detail that has made the entire community suspicious. Kittysaurus is not even inside Syringion's prison. As you know, Syringion's prison is that dark and mysterious place where there are prisoners but also the notifieds. Inside the prison, we can see almost all of Sir Dadadu's notified members except for Kittysaurus, and this is really strange. At this point, the question is inevitable. What happened to Kittysaurus? Why isn't she inside the prison with the others? Why doesn't she appear in any room? Why, up to this point, have we found no trace of her anywhere? And here we need to go back one chapter, specifically to the ending of chapter 7. If you remember well, in the final scene, we witnessed the fight between Jumbo Josh and Kittysaurus. It was an intense and dramatic moment that left everyone speechless. During that scene, Jumbo Josh struck Kittysaurus with an incredibly powerful hit, a blow that, according to many, might have been fatal. If we think about it carefully, this could be the most logical explanation. Kittysaurus might not have survived that fight. And if that's true, then it explains why we don't see her in Syringion's prison and why she doesn't appear anywhere in Chapter 8 or in the official teasers for Chapter 9. And the more we analyze the details, the more this theory starts to make sense. Throughout the entire gameplay of Chapter 8, Kittysaurus never shows up. We don't see her in the hallways, we don't hear her sounds, and there are no hidden clues hinting at her possible return. It's as if she has been completely erased from the story. And when we put all the pieces together, everything points in one direction. The hit from Jumbo Josh in the ending of Chapter 7 was so strong and devastating that it's almost impossible to believe Kittysaurus managed to survive. That would explain why she's nowhere to be found and why, at least for now, the developers are avoiding showing her. But here comes the most interesting part, guys. If Kittysaurus really is dead, this could have huge consequences on the storyline of Chapter 9. Now I want to dive into an alternative theory. What if Kittysaurus actually survived? I know, it sounds impossible after what we saw at the end of Chapter 7, but hear me out. We said that Kittysaurus is not in Syringion's prison and doesn't appear anywhere in Chapter 8. But what if the truth is that she's not there simply because Syringion had something else planned for her? Imagine this possibility. Syringion might have decided not to lock her up with the other notifieds because he had a secret project. Maybe he wanted to use her as a test subject for an experiment involving Givanium. An experiment to enhance Kittysaurus, transforming her into something stronger, scarier, and far more dangerous than anything we've ever seen before. And here comes the most interesting part. If this experiment was completed before Syringion's death, then Kittysaurus might return in Chapter 9 a new version, much more horrifying and terrifying than the one we knew. We could be facing a completely different Kittysaurus, maybe mutated, with new abilities and a much more frightening appearance. But on the other hand, there's a huge problem. As we all know, Syringion is dead. We saw it clearly in the ending of Chapter 8. And this means that if the experiment wasn't completed in time, then Kittysaurus might have been left incomplete. So, guys, the truth about Kittysaurus is still a huge mystery. She could be dead. She could have survived. Or she could even return in Chapter 9 a completely new and terrifying form. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future updates on Garten of Banban 9. Thank you so much for watching the video until the end. You are amazing. Bye bye.